Hey, today I'm talking about 3 epic war films, all starring Mel Gibson. And the names of those 3 movies are The Patriot, Braveheart, and We Were Soldiers. First up is The Patriot. This is a 2000 film, and the basic premise is 1776. America is about to declare independence, but we still gotta fight for it. Steps in Mel Gibson, who believes that we should have freedom, but that we shouldn't fight for it. That we should fight for it. His motivations were really unclear until one of his kids gets murdered in a cartoonishly evil way. So the whole rest of the film is Mel Gibson being a true American patriot and just murdering all of the British any chance he can get. This movie is the embodiment of America. Yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, America. Yeah, freedom is the only way, yeah. Like, there's one scene which is epic. I love it. But one of Mel Gibson's sons, Heath Ledger, who's a standout in this movie for sure, probably one of the reasons why I liked it, because, I mean, who doesn't love Heath Ledger? Anyway, he gets kidnapped by redcoats. Then Mel Gibson uses his tomahawk to basically solo take down like 20 or 30 British men. And like, it's definitely ridiculous. It's definitely over the top. But like, man, it just emotionally works. Like, it kind of bypasses the logic part of my brain to just get to like that caveman that's just like, yeah, America's the best, we're awesome, everyone else can suck it. And like, that's just such a weird vibe. It's been a long time since I've even kind of had those thoughts. So like, the movie just does a good job, a really good job of emotionally manipulating me. So kudos to it without a doubt. I will say it's definitely helped by like bouncing between hard action and then nice calm moments and then like some good strategy stuff being talked about. And the vibe kind of shifts too throughout, because it's a good ways into the movie before he even joins up with the army, and then eventually he switches to like doing a different vibe. Even though it's a longer movie, it made it feel not long. So yeah, no, I was surprised with how much I enjoyed this. It definitely connected to a part of me that I have long since thought was dead. It's definitely a bit of a propaganda film, but like, you know, those can still be fun from time to time. So yeah, I enjoyed this a good solid amount, and I'd recommend it. If you want to be reminded of what it feels like to actually like the United States, yeah, watch this movie. It's fun. Next up is Braveheart. This is a 1995 film that I somehow have never seen before. I mean, I know all about it. I know all of the incountable amount of historical accuracies within the film. I knew the speeches and all that stuff. But man, I think even if I went into this completely blind, I don't think that would have changed my experience with the movie. Like, I am confused why this won so many awards. I'm confused why this is so loved, because it's so boring and generic. The basic premise, if you're unfamiliar, it is inspired by history, but is way off. In Scotland, close to 1,000 years ago, Scottish king dies without a successful heir, so there's a lot of infighting between the other lords about who should take the throne. England then takes this as an opportunity to invade, so now they are fighting for their independence again. Like, this really feels like it should be like a post 9/11, like just fresh after 9/11 movie, because the amount of times that Mel Gibson just shouts freedom is so absurd. Like, that's basically what a lot of his speeches boil down to, is just like, freedom, with not a lot of other context, which was not inspiring to me whatsoever, because that's just a very blanket term. So yeah, I don't know, that was just, it's so odd. To go back to its genericness, he has a love interest in the beginning. They knew each other when they were small kids. She gave him a flower. He then, for the next 30 years, thought about her, which is obviously very creepy because he only knew her as a very small child. There's no like chemistry between them. The only reason they're into each other is because they're both hot. And then she doesn't have a character. Her only point and purpose in this film is to die and serve as motivation for him to join the war effort. So that's just disappointing. And he's just so stoic and just stands around shouting freedom, or silent for so much of the movie. Like, there's not really any depth to Mel Gibson's character. I get that, like, he's he's a real person, but there's not a lot actually known about him. So much of this movie is made up. They should have just made up stuff about his character. Probably would be less offensive to the Scots. To briefly touch on the historical inaccuracies of this movie, it's crazy all the choices they made. Like, one of the key ones is the Battle of Stirling Bridge. In this movie, that's the one where he makes the big speech and they show their asses. And in this movie, it's just a field, but like the key reason why they won that battle is because they used their ingenuity and the strategicness of this very small bridge to screw over the English. So like, they turned a moment of showing the smart wits of the Scots into they just believed in freedom more than the British, and that's why they won. So that was just stupid. Like, that's a great, easy to write character moment for the Scots, and you're just like, nah, freedom is better. I will say there are definitely a lot of incredible, iconic shots, so that was fun to see them played out, and it definitely is a pretty looking movie. It's just so boring and generic. I feel bad about this because it's definitely been hyped up to me my whole life, but yeah, no, I'm confused why everyone loves it so much. So if you love it, please inform me why I'm wrong and this movie's actually great. But yeah, if you've never seen it before, I don't recommend it. It's not awful, like the action's good, but yeah, no, it's pretty dang boring, so I would not recommend it. And lastly is We Were Soldiers. This is a 2002 film, and it really feels like Mel Gibson wanted to make Saving Private Ryan, but didn't understand how that movie worked. The basic premise is this is based off of the first American battle of the Vietnam War, and man, I just didn't really care. The action is just so unrelenting, and like, I get it that that's what was happening, but at the same time, it just quickly became noise. I would just tune it out. And then like, there's so many ridiculous America propaganda bullshitty things within it. Or like, there's a moment where I was just like, oh my God, no. Mel Gibson's on the radio talking to someone. We see a Vietnamese soldier. We're running up to him. And then at the last second, Mel Gibson turns with a one-handed rifle, just shoots him in the face. And then without missing a beat, continuing his phone call. And I'm like, well, that definitely didn't happen. And so like, if you're just making up these bullshit moments, like, how am I supposed to believe any of this other stuff happened? I know like the battle happened for sure, but like, I don't know. If you're trying to just like make Mel Gibson into this like hero god thing, it just gets rid of the authenticity of the film. So yeah, I don't know. I just got pretty bored with it so quickly, and I didn't care. That's really what it boils down to. I feel like I should probably elaborate more, but I'm losing the will to even talk about this movie because it's just so whatever. Like, it's not the worst, but it's not good. So yeah, I didn't really care for this movie, and I don't recommend it. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got the Patriot sitting in number 5 in the quite-like section, right at the top. And then after that is Braveheart sitting number 10 in the meh section, again at the top. And then after that was We Were Soldiers sitting number 11, again in the meh section. And this is out of a total of 12 old movies so far this year.